Hey, Russ here. Welcome back to my shop. Today I'm going to give you an update real quick on my shop vac cart that I've been building. I did a shop vac design video earlier with some of the ideas of what I wanted to get out of my shop vac if I turn it into a mobile cart to use it around the shop. I wanted it to have multi-uses. Multitasker, you know how I love them. So this is I stopped at this point so you can get an idea of all the pieces that are starting to come together. And I'm getting pretty close to just assembling the whole thing. So let's talk about the different pieces. First off, let's talk about this. The theme baffle itself is a bucket with a pipe in the middle. It has a theme baffle cardboard, plywood, and it's all connected together. So this is all one piece. And this is going to set up into that 90 and be screwed to the cabinet. And then I'll encase all this into a box to enclose it so you won't even see this at all. The bucket is just a 5-gallon bucket, and I'm going to just take that and have it so I can slide it in and out easily and be able to have it when it's in place, then it's sealed. Nothing fancy, do the easy bucket pull out just like I did with my other ones. And it should be okay when I get done. We'll see how it works. The 5-gallon bucket's a little heavier, so you have to be a little more creative as to how to get the two to seal to each other. And I'll get that worked out. When I do, I'll give you the details of it. But that's how the theme baffle itself is going to work. So move this out of the way, and let's take a look at the main unit. First off, one of my top priorities was quieting it down, because you know how noisy shop vacs can be. So let me show you real quick. I'm going to turn it on, then I'll take the lid off and keep talking, then I'll put the lid back on, then I'm going to shut it off so you can see the difference in the noise level with the shop vac. So that's with it on. I can actually still hear my TV if I had it running, but if I take this off, you can see it's a lot louder. It's hard to hear anything. And if I put it back on, you can see it's a lot quieter again. So it should, without any problem, keep the noise level down. Now let's talk about inside the box real quick for a moment. This PVC pipe is the suction that comes from the theme baffle. It goes in to the box, which is where my shop vac is just sitting right here. And I 90, another 90, and one more 90 to get it into the unit, which comes in from the side like they always do. And so, but this whole run is less than 12, 14 inches in all. So the 90s aren't going to affect it a whole lot because it's all PVC pipe. So it should flow pretty quick and easy to go from the theme baffle to the shop vac. I made it so that the top will open and shut easily so that I can get to this, where I decided to leave this filter on here. The theme baffle will get about 95% of what comes in. The rest of it's going to come into here and either be in the bottom or embed on this filter. So easy access right here from the top makes it easy to pull it out and clean it. And the exhaust is right here, and it comes out into the box. I drilled a hole in the bottom here so that the air that comes into the box while it's closed, all this air will circulate out through there, which it already has. So you heard what it is. It doesn't increase the noise by having it come out the bottom of the box. So that seems to be solve the problem of the motor overheating, because the motor will draw the air from here to keep the motor cool, but all the air in here will filter out through the bottom probably every 20 seconds. So the air in here should circulate and be exchanged out very rapidly all the time. So the chance of it getting warm in this box are pretty slim, as long as the air is going out. Now, I am going to have AB blast gate on here, so the air coming out of here will go directly out an outlet that I can hook my hose to for blowing, because the shop vac can blow as well as suck. And I want to be able to move the hose, just like I did on my Legacy workstation. And that blast gate, when I go the other way, the air will just go directly into the box. So if I'm going to use it for a blower, then the air in here is not circulating like it is when it's blowing into the box straight. And if I'm going to use it as a blower, as long as I do it for less than 5 minutes, or 10 minutes even probably, it should not overheat still. But if I'm going to be any length of time at all, I can just pop the top loose, set it off to the side so that the air that's going out here and all this air will be able to circulate from the lid being off. So by taking the lid off, I'll still be okay. And that's how the air filtration is going to work. Now, as far as the air being filtered, it's already being filtered down to whatever that is, a 10 micron, 5 micron filter. But I'd like it to go ahead and get it filtered out down to at least like with a HEPA filter. So I'm going to put a secondary filter in here. Now all the air is coming into this box. I'm going to put a tube right on that hole down there going out. And then I'm going to take another filter that's a HEPA filter and make a case for it and mount it on top of my tube that I can take in and out to service it. But all the air has to go through the filter then in order to go out the tube and out of the box. And that will help finish filtering the air the rest of the way. So that's how the whole box is going to work as far as filtration. And the air that this thing puts back out into the shop should be filtered down to less than 1 micron when I'm done. Some of the features it's going to have is when I put the thing baffle on here and everything, right here I'm going to mount a box that is going to be a vacuum manifold. And it'll have 3 blast gates on it. So the air will come out through here and from one hose, which is just this hose here off of this unit, an old unit, Dirt Devil, but I have all these attachments in this hose, which is long enough to use up here. And I'll use that hose for like if I want to hook up one of my electric sanders and use it, I'll be able to hook it up to that hose and open the blast gate and get vacuum to those hand tools. I'll also have a blast gate that will come out on this side, the hose, so I can hook my regular shop vac hoses right to there, and that's where most of the shop vac sucking will come from normally, and it'll have its own blast gate to open and shut that. The third blast gate is going to control the air going, the suction to the downdraft table. I'm going to build a box on top of this. This will be the bottom of the box. I'll have a PCV pipe coming in here that will suck the air inside the box, and it'll have pegboard on top for the downdraft. And then this hose, this PVC pipe will come out and go down into the shop vac vacuum manifold and have its own blast gate to open and shut so that I can apply some vacuum to here or not. So if I want, I can open this one up and the small hose, and there still should be enough vacuum to run both of them so that when I'm sanding here, between the downdraft table and the shop vac small hose for hooking right up to the hand sanders, I should stay pretty clean in the air. So that's all that in a nutshell. Now, as far as switching, I put the switch, the wire comes out here and goes into the switch, and that's how I control. So I can take this and plug this in anywhere. It's a 12-foot cord. It's the rest of the cord from the shop vac originally. I just cut it and put a switch in series. I also put a couple outlets here so I can plug my sanders in right here. So when I plug this in to use it, I will have power to plug my sanders in too. So that's the whole electrical. Simple, easy to use, and that should take care of that. Now, mobility. On the back side here, I put this bar on, which is really a bar in a bar, so it goes up and down. And I can set this to whatever level I want and lock it back down. And now I have my wheels down below. Down here, I put, let me show you. Down here, I put 2 skate wheels on it so that when I take my dolly and I pull back on the handle, it rolls up onto those, so I can move this around like a hand dolly. And when I get it where I want, it goes down onto the legs. 2 points here and one in the center at the other end of the box. So it gets a 3-point stance. So it never teeters when you set it down. And this handle will be able to be adjustable so that I can move it up and down, and I can use this as an outfeed. I'll be able to use this as an outfeed also for my table saw, to support long boards on my workbench, or even to catch stuff that's real long that I'm putting through my bandsaw. This will actually go high enough to give me support for my outfeed of my bandsaw too. So it'll be nice that it'll also be able to do that. And that's all the capabilities I can think of to put into this thing. Anyway, that's it in a nutshell. If you have any questions or comments or any ideas of what else I can do before I get it done, let me know. I'm open to anybody's suggestion. So don't forget to like this video. Most importantly though, come back again because we're nowhere near done. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you again very soon.